This is the plaintiff, Angara Rao. He says he dropped off his expensive two-piece suit and a shirt at the defendant's dry cleaners. And when he went to pick it up, he was told his stuff was gone. Gone? Yes, gone. The defendant's a rude businesswoman. She lost his property, won't compensate him for it, and he's looking forward to his day in court and getting his $1,355.97 back. This is the defendant, Alyssa Moore. She says the plaintiff picked up his clothing, then returned to her store with his cockamamie story that he was there to pick up his clothes. That's right, she feels the plaintiff's running some sort of scam because his clothes were scanned out of her system from the original ticket. Nice try, buddy, and good luck in court today. She's accused of losing it.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff took his expensive suit and shirt to the cleaners and it went missing. But the defendant says he picked up the stuff, so it's a scam. It's the case of Brooks Brothers.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Angara Rao, you are suing dry cleaners represented by Alyssa Moore. You're the manager?
Yes.
Okay. For $1,355.97 for clothes that, according to you, they lost or gave to another customer. What's going on?
Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
On January 6th, I dropped my two-piece suit and a shirt at the dry cleaners. I was told to come back next week and pick them up. So they told, they gave me the claim receipt and asked me to come back next week.
May I see it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Go ahead.
And I could not go back for about 2 to 3 weeks from then. And I went back on the 29th of January. And the defendant there specified that she searched for a couple minutes and told me that she couldn't find the suit. They'll call me once they find it. I never received a call back. I went back on the following weeks, February 2nd and February 3rd, to drop more clothes. And I asked them about my suit, and she said it's already scanned out, checked out in the system, and you or someone from your family might have picked it up already. And I told them,
Is there
no.
anybody in your family who picks up your dry cleaning?
No, ma'am. The dry cleaning is close to my work. It's about 30 miles away from where I live. And there's no one else that can pick up the clothes on behalf of me.
So what do you think happened?
I do
You
not
just
know.
gave it away to somebody else? 'Cause your records show it was scanned out, right?
Yes.
First of all, what kind of clothes are we talking about?
A suit, two-piece suit, and a Nautica shirt.
A Nautica shirt. Oh, look at you, so handsome in that suit.
Yes, that's
And your son, too, and your family, your beautiful
right.
family.
So that's a special suit that I brought it for my brother-in-law's wedding.
Look how nice he looks in that suit. What happened? I mean, you don't seriously think he got the suit and then he decided to cook this whole thing up and waste everybody's time? I mean, you know he didn't
Honestly,
get the
though,
suit.
sometimes we've had customers who have come in and been like, they'll give me a ticket and I'll look in the system and it's already been picked up. And I'll be like, listen, go home, check your closet,
Right.
maybe it's there.
Right,
And then
I'm one of those customers. I mean, not with you, but yeah, I know. I know I gave it. And then I find it in my luggage in a zipper. I got
Exactly,
it, okay?
and they'll come back later and say that they found
Sheepishly
it.
that they found it, right.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he can
But
copy
he's,
this and
it's
just-
kind of different because this is kind of a very specific drop-off and pickup. This is a situation where he brought you two things. He brought you a two-piece suit and he brought you a shirt. And then a week later, he goes to pick up the two things, the two-piece suit and the shirt. So it kind of, doesn't it smell to you like maybe you guys accidentally let it go to somebody else?
No, there's no way that
Why
we
not?
have a very. The system is you either come in and you bring me a ticket and I scan the ticket and bring up your account and that's how I find it.
Or I tell you that I forgot my ticket and what?
And you give me your phone number, and that's how we scan.
Or
it.
you guys, there is one other possibility. You guys made a mistake and put that clothing with the wrong phone number.
No, because
Why not?
it's under his account.
Do you think he has his suit?
I think he has it somewhere. Yes.
Okay, no, wait. So when he dropped off a suit and a Nautica shirt,
Yes.
right? Do you think he made a mistake and it's a different suit? Because then you'd have the other suit to give back to him, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
what,
so wait a second. So the only thing you could possibly be saying, because it's very hard to make a mistake in this facts of this case. In my facts of my case, you can make a million mistakes. There's 100 things going in, there's other family members picking up. You think something was in it, but it wasn't. But this case is just a suit and a shirt. That's all it is. And then he's very methodical. It's by his office. He's the only guy who does it. And then he goes back and picks up the shit and says, what? So if he has it, he's a liar. Trying to make up a case in order to be a thief, which is possible. I see that every day. But that has to be the only way, because he can't be mistaken. Not on something so specific and singular as one suit and a Nautica shirt, right? Isn't it less likely for the client to be confused when it's something this singular and he's the only one picking up?
Yes.
Okay. So he has to be just trying to be a thief, right? Does it strike you as that? Because the other possibility, when you're saying to me, we can't make a mistake. Of course you can make a mistake.
Absolutely.
Okay. And when
But
you
the
make a
way-
mistake, how do you make a mistake?
Do dry cleaners lose lots of clothes?
Absolutely.
So it's not just me thinking that, right?
Not at all.
Okay, what do you say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, every time I've called the dry cleaner and said, you lost my stuff, it was in my closet, going inside the courtroom.
When you guys make a mistake, how do you make a mistake? How is it possible in this foolproof method for an error to be made?
Well, I'm not saying it's foolproof. I'm saying the mistake
Can someone just answer what I'm asking, which is, give me an example of a mistake that has happened in the past.
You bring in 10 items, perhaps we misplaced
The
one.
only way for you to make an error is if the tag falls off the thing.
Well, yeah, but that's if an individual item is misplaced in some way. Does that happen once in a while? It does. Once in a while, it does happen. But we're not talking about that here. We're talking about a customer who brought in 3 pieces, received a receipt for it, and our computer records indicate someone picked it up. It's checked out of the system.
Show me your computer records that, quote, indicate that should be so trustworthy to me.
Sure. Now, that's the record of all this customer's...
Yeah, so say you, but he says he didn't pick it up. That's why I'm trying to figure out. He has his ticket, so you clearly didn't collect his ticket. So the only way that this got scanned out to somebody is if somebody gave his phone number to you. What if you guys make a mistake and then just take his items, scan it out for sure, because I know you don't have it. If you had it, we wouldn't be here. You'd have found it already. So scan it out and you gave it to the wrong customer. But what if that customer was picking up a bunch of stuff? And then that's where the error could occur, is somebody grabs the wrong item because they're human.
The only way that I can scan it out is if his account is up on the screen. If I were helping another customer and I were to scan his order, an error message would pop up on the screen that says invoice da-da-da-da-da is invalid. And I won't be able to scan it out unless it's under his account.
But yeah, it'd be under his account. But so what? The person in front of you doesn't have a ticket. You're not, you're handing out clothes to the people who are coming, you or anybody else. And so you grab something and you accidentally grab the wrong thing.
If we gave it to the wrong person...
I mean, that's happened. All of a sudden, we pick up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I look at it, I go, I am not that size.
Well, yeah, I mean,
You know?
anything's possible, Judge. But
Right.
had this happened exactly the way you're describing it a month ago, and someone got 3...
By now, somebody should have said it, unless
would have
they're a
brought it
jerk.
back. They would have
Right.
brought it back.
Unless they either haven't gotten around to it or they're just a jerk and wanted to keep it.
I mean, anything's possible, but how likely is it?
But I don't know. Do you have the receipt for the stuff that you're talking about?
I don't have the receipt.
So how are you picking figures out of the sky? How do you know?
The suit was about 500. I got it for a deal for 300 about a few years ago. Based on that, it is an estimate. It's not an actual figure. That's the amount I paid when I bought the suit.
Right. First of all, I believe you. I don't think that you're a scam artist trying to,
Thank you,
and,
Judge.
and I think that you guys are very reputable, so don't think it's not that I'm disbelieving you. It's that I believe you do not have it. And if you do not have it, a mistake somehow in this
That's correct, Judge.
system was made. All right? But you are sorely mistaken if you think that you can come to court and ask for $1,003. Well, you can ask for whatever you want. This is America. But you can't get $1,355.97 over this kind of a mistake. You would never get $1,000 for loss of time, okay? Because I would be rich if that were the case, with the amount of time that is wasted in front of me. All right? What you would get is not what you paid for something 3 years ago. It's the depreciated value of the
Judge.
item at the time of the loss. Do you understand the difference?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, and you would have to be able to prove what the item was, what you spent originally for the item in order for me to kind of calculate that. So when you don't even have that much, you kind of leave me in a little bit of a guessing game.
Right, Judge.
While I'm doing my guessing game, I have a question for you. Are they good cleaners?
They're good cleaners.
Do you
yes.
want to keep using them or are you done with them?
No, ma'am. After the experience, I would not be
Okay.
using them.
Because I was going to get all Monty Hall on everybody and kind of let's make a
No,
deal on it.
I agree that they're good cleaners. They gave me. I've been using for past 4 months.
Okay, but if you don't want to keep using them,
Yeah.
then there's no reason for me to get creative. Okay. I'm going to award you the depreciated value of your items, which I find to be, that means what you could get if you sold it. A used 3-year suit. That's depreciation. That's what that means, okay? Which I find to be $75 for the suit and a very generous $20 for a 3-year-old used Nautica shirt. That's $95 plus your dry cleaning fee, which didn't get you anywhere. And that's $100.97 plus your court costs. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Thank you, Judge.
Well, after a spirited defense, the gavel comes down for the plaintiff. Step in a little closer. What's going through your mind here coming out on the losing end of this?
I mean, we try our best not to make mistakes, so.
So you taking responsibility for this one yet?
In the end, we always do. The only lesson here is that it pays to tell the truth every day. That's all.
Well, you take responsibility, but do you admit responsibility now for this?
We don't think we lost it. We really don't. We think we gave it to the customer. But at this point, it's.
You lost the customer, though.
We did, and that's.
Was it worth it?
It wasn't. It's never worth it to lose a customer. Never, and we try every day to avoid that.
And the lesson is?
Try not to make mistakes.
Oh, okay. All right, right down there. We'll try. All right, so step on in here and. All right, so you satisfied with what you came out?
Yes, sir, I am. And, truth prevails, justice prevails. So thank the judge. The reason why I'm here is not because I was wanted for money, but the way they never acknowledged the fact and they never agreed or apologized for what they did. Because they kept telling me that I picked it up when I had never picked up the suit.
So this was not about the money for you. You wanted to stick it to him, didn't you?
It was not exactly that, but it was at least they should acknowledge the customers and, kind of treat customers
That's why you're not
nicely.
going back there.
Right, absolutely.
Okay. All right, Harvey?
Okay, I know this sounds incredibly unfair, but it is a truism. You do not get replacement costs for stuff, only the depreciated value.